What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Friday Night Hangout brought to you by the Craft Beer Nation. Today is Friday, and we're hanging out, and we're drinking beer,
And it
and
is
we
night.
and it's night. It's Friday, and it's night, and it's the day before Saturday, and we're drinking beer, and we don't have a style to talk about. We're just enjoying good company, drinking good beer, and we also have a special guest tonight, Ben Foray. He's right. Ben is a rep for, I believe, Long Trail and Otter Creek. He can probably um,
A
correct me
beer
if I'm
ambassador.
yeah, beer ambassador. Correct me if I'm wrong when he gets back online, but he has some technical difficulties that he's working out right now. But he's going to be making an announcement regarding the brewery tonight, or I'm not sure which one of them, but he has news. So that said, the rest of the cast, Gil Mello, how are you doing tonight, my man?
I'm doing excellent. Um, I've already poured my beer, sniff it in, some zen. It's like almost
Cocaine,
like
it's a hell of a
smoking
drug.
pot. It's almost like smoking pot,
But you like it's like smoking hops.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
So,
So
Uh-oh.
you smoked pot before?
Freddie, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. It's Friday night. I hope. Uh, yeah, man, I'm doing good, man. Hanging out, relaxing. Open up
If
a nice Aslin Crowler. So I'm ready to get it popping.
if it's not Friday night, we got problems. Because I spent the whole day thinking it was Friday, and I even worked like it was a Friday today.
Collective
So
problems, right?
yeah. And our guest tonight, Ben Foray. Ben, I hope I said your name right. You just told me how to
Four,
say it.
yeah, absolutely.
Foray.
Very, very
And,
good.
and Ben, correct me if I'm wrong. You are a rep for Otter Creek and Long Trail.
Yes, I'm a brand ambassador. So
Brand
I work underneath
ambassador.
our sales rep, and I support him with any beer festivals, um, liquor store sales events, anything customer facing. That's my job.
And that's also like our buddy Jeff at Aslan. Jeff is the beer ambassador for Aslan, so you guys kind of got the same job, different brewery type thing going on.
Oh,
And
cool. Yeah.
and you actually have some news for us tonight, right? That you wanted to break.
A lot of exciting stuff going on in the world of Vermont.
Oh, yes.
So I just got word that I'm able to announce Long Trail's next big hop bomb, Citrus Limbo. What we did is we took the hops from Limbo, soaked them in lemon oil, and we're actually hopping a beer with that. So it's kind of a new technique, never been done before. I haven't tried it yet. I'm really excited to give it a taste. Really exciting stuff there. We have a new harvest farm ale, getting out of the pumpkin beer business this year, and doing something a little bit different, kind of like your Oktoberfest with a little
The,
saison funk.
listen,
So
the beer gods, thank
Yeah.
you
We think.
because we thank you because pumpkin beers are played, in my opinion. That's that.
I
Well, in our opinion, I think I speak for all for the fellas too.
well, I'll say I love pumpkin beers and I love the Long Trail pumpkin ale, and I'll be sad to see it go. I have last year's. We did this brush and barrel series and did a imperial pumpkin ale, and I found it at I Street Cellars in DC today, and just had to pick it up. So we'll see how it's vintaged over a year, but
So, and you guys also just put out, well, not just, but one of your most recent new releases was Space Juice, right?
yes, Space Juice Double IPA. We release that a couple times each year, just kind of whenever we have a moment in the cycle where we can bring it out. That's what I'm drinking here now, actually. If you're looking for just delicious fruit flavor that you didn't think that you could pull out of hops without really any bitterness at all, I know you've had it, and
Yeah, I've had it.
I know you can attest to its. I don't. At least I don't get any. I can't really speak for you, I guess. But my God.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And Ben has left the building, hopefully only temporarily. So, Gil, what are you drinking?
What am I drinking? I'm drinking Trug's Nimbo Giant.
Mm.
Right? I should say I'm drinking the local beer, right? Because they're just a stone throws for me. So I by the way, I think they were very fortunate with their new look. I think all their cans and all their bottles really look very sleek now. I love that.
I love
Uh,
that. I love that matte black on it, Gil. The
I
same
do, I
thing.
do, I do. I think it's I think all the rebranding they did, it's working well for them. So this is 9% alcohol, 69 IBUs. So that's pretty cool. And I like how they did all the specs for the beer here too. I know the vessel doesn't make the beer, but it's like food, right? You feast with your eyes, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
for
part of
sure.
the presentation, right?
Yep,
So
It
for sure.
is. You're right.
100%.
Yeah, so they use Azaka, Mosaic, and Simcoe on this beer. And you had that before, right, Randy? I think you did a review on that. So checks Randy Gardner Jr.'s quick beer review from Nimbo Giant. I did have that before as a caveat. But this beer is gorgeous on the glass. Look at this thing. I mean, it shouldn't be as cold as it is right now, but this beer looks so awesome on the glass. The nose is really nice. It's a lot of grapefruit on this. I think grapefruit is the main aroma on this beer, and the flavor as well. You get grapefruit and you get orange. You get little hints of some other tropical fruits. I think it's a really balanced beer for a high IBU. I know some people will think 69 IBU is not much, but it's actually 69 is a pretty high IBU for a beer, and it's really nice and drinkable. There's a nice bitterness to it as well.
and for those who just joined, our guest Ben Foray, he's having a little bit of technical difficulties because I know he tweeted the link out. So if anybody's watching via the link that he tweeted out, he's probably going to be jumping back in as soon as he gets his technical difficulties worked out. So back to you, Gil, about the taste on that beer.
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, this is a really well done, and I have to. It's not as balanced as I had on this. Now that I get a second sip, I get a little bit like a racking on my palate, but it's still very good. Yeah, it's very tropical flavors. You know, the grapefruits, pineapple, orange, that good stuff. The aroma is really nice. And again, it looks beautiful. It's not a hazy beer by any means. It's just like a dark gold orange color. Very solid. That's probably one of the best beers I've had from Trugs today.
Yeah, I can.
Maybe
Gil,
not the best. Go ahead.
I've yet to have it, so.
Gil, I agree with you. I think it may not be the best beer from Trogs, but it's probably their best double IPA.
It is. It is for me because it's more the kind of I like strong flavors all over. I like bitterness back to back. Beginning, middle, and end. So you have that bitterness all the way through. Yeah, I think this is a very successful. I think my favorite beers from them is Nugget Nectar. What's to give? But they do a lot of good beers. There are some beers that I find that are not to my taste, but this beer is right there. It's one of the best beers I've had from Trugs for sure.
Yeah, and I'll say this too. I think Nugget Nectar is probably my favorite beer from them as well. And I said that beer there is their best IPA only because just for the record, Nugget Nectar is an Imperial Amber Ale, even though it should be called an Imperial Amber IPA. I just totally made up that style, but it should be totally legit. And but I think that beer right there was a nice fusion between like I don't know, in a sense it was almost like East meets West in a way because that beer, it doesn't look like a New England style IPA, but it has a certain juicy character to it, like a New England style IPA if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
But it's still you still had a little bit of hot bite to it. So I mean it was like I guess more than East meets West, it's more like West meets Northeast, right?
Yeah.
So
and that bitterness lingers, so you kind of draws into the next sip, and yeah. Now, Trugs does a good job on known so American style. Their Doppelbock, the Turgonators, I think is one of the best Doppelbocks made in U.S.
Yeah.
So they have some good stuff.
I need to give that one another go.
I haven't had that in a long time, yeah.
Each
It's
branch
intense,
out.
but it's good.
So Ben, back to you were
Really
talking
sorry
about.
about that. Yeah.
No, you're all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Alright, cool.
Man, we're just hanging out, having fun.
Cool.
So you were talking about space juice before you had your technical difficulties. It's
Right.
now based on the name, and I think I might have asked you this on Twitter. I can't remember, but based on the name, is that beer Galaxy hopped?
Yeah, there's some Galaxy in there. There's a few different hops in there, but I definitely taste Galaxy. To be honest with you, I haven't been told exactly what hops are used in here, but I know that it's a blend of a few different types of hops.
Yeah,
But
Galaxy.
I taste Galaxy, but
Galaxy.
I think they leave it to your imagination.
Go ahead,
Sorry,
Freddie.
go ahead.
No, it's Galaxy Mosaic, Citra, and then Columbus and Ella for
Okay.
purposes.
I figured it had to have Galaxy in there, considering the beer is called Space Juice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's I think that beer might be one of. Is that an IPA or a double IPA?
That's a double IPA.
Okay, well, double or regular aside, that might be one of the best IPAs that I think Long Trail has put out. I mean, that's a great. It's a really good beer. Like, if you got that
Really
beer in
great
the
flavors in there.
yeah, if you got that beer in a trade as an extra, you'd be like, damn, I would have traded for this. Right? So
Yeah, long trails sometimes go under the radar of a lot of people. So
I think so.
yeah.
They
It's a
have,
really cool can too, I think.
Yeah.
I want to say I think it was the first. I think you guys did a Galaxy Smash, right? The single or malt single hop.
We definitely, that might have been the second. I think the first one was Citra.
Okay. I think I had the
But
Galaxy.
we're on number 4 now, which is Golden Promise, and oh man, you guys are testing me. Golden Promise, and
Put
you
you
know,
on
I'm
the
not sure. Well, now my head is going towards Founders Mosaic Promise, so
Sorry.
I can't even think anymore.
which is a good beer. Shout out
It's
to
really
Founders.
great, yeah. Another
Shout out
good
to-
smash.
Make some noise for Dave Ingbers of Founders. Okay, I'll make some noise.
Make some noise.
Freddie left me hanging. Okay.
My bad.
Anyway.
I'm back.
Freddie,
What's up?
what are you drinking tonight, my man?
I am drinking a. I don't even know when this was. You probably know when this was actually filled, but
It's running right at about 2-3 weeks, I think.
that's good. This is
Look, wait, hold on. Ben knows just as much as I do.
Oh, which one?
Aslan Beer Company. This is Mind the Hops. This is their pineapple orange variant, coming in at 9.4 ABV.
Did they change the growlers?
I think they had a labeling issue or something like that, right?
They have a labeling issue, yeah.
So yeah, they had a labeling issue, and then the company that sends them their normal labels didn't send them. So Freddie and Gil, you guys, well, I think y'all know. I think y'all met Rich. Well, I'm not sure if y'all met Rich. Anyway,
I like this can to be honest, the growler to be honest.
Rich does all their stickers.
Yeah.
So since it didn't have labels, Rich had to make a whole bunch of stickers one night, one Friday night, and they stuck them bad boys in the cans, and everybody was like, "Yo, this is awesome!" And then from that point on, they stopped using this.
It looks killer.
Yeah, they stopped using the label and just started using the sticker, which is dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
here at the San Boniface, they don't print the growlers. They have this like transparent back stickers. Yeah, just like that, and then they have their
Yeah.
logo and everything. I think it looks cool.
Yeah. It looks better than that normal sticker, to be honest with you. So that's probably why they stuck with it.
At least you got this. I got the Sharpie.
Sharpie game strong.
But those are my boys, so we're good. Yeah, this is like you guys were talking about Trogs, but this is what's it, Nimble Giant? This is like complete, like just literally juice. And one thing in particular I find here is that, as opposed to like some other a lot of the Aslan IPAs I've had, or double IPAs, where they're usually really like juicy, tons of mouthfeel, and you do get that bitter. Like it reminds you it's an IPA. I assume that this because of the pineapple and orange, it is intensely sweet. It's a very sweet double IPA. Um, it's really juice. Like I don't pick up any. There's no like any of the bittering hops. I don't pick up malt whatsoever. This is legit. Just smells like pineapple orange juice with
Mm.
with carbonation.
So you definitely you get the pineapple and the orange, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's a good beer. It's really sweet though. It's really sweet. That's one thing is for sure. It's a sweet beer.
So the thing with that beer is, and this is also the case I think with a lot of beers from Aslan, when you get it young, it's not just okay. All the beer tastes good. Okay, let me put that out there. But when you get a fresh crowler, like one that they just tapped it,
Oh,
and you get a crowler, and or if you get a pour while you're at the brewery, that beer, the way it tastes right then, pales in comparison to how that beer is going to taste in about 10 to 14
and
or so
to have
days.
some sharp edges. Like all the flavors
Yeah,
really become cohesive.
yeah. So like
Um,
if you usually when I get their crowlers, I bring them home and I don't even touch them for 2 weeks.
yep.
Because like they turn over their beer so fast. Like we have to let the beer rest a little bit and let the vanilla, because a lot of their fruited IPAs have vanilla in them. And Freddie, I'm almost guaranteed that you can't taste any vanilla in that beer.
Yeah, yeah, no way.
But as one of the owners and brewer Richard pointed out, the vanilla isn't necessarily there for flavor. The vanilla is there to round out the beer,
Yeah,
to round out the flavors that are in the
and lift
beer.
the
So it's
sweetness. Yeah, it makes sense. Yep.
yeah. So
I mean,
um,
it's good. It's really maybe not as it's a for an IPA. It has a full mouthfeel. You know, um, maybe not as full as some other offerings, but it's definitely good mouthfeel. I mean, look at the lacing on this thing.
yeah, that's dumb, stupid,
Yeah,
ridiculous, crazy.
it's sticking to the glass. Again, it's just it smells like. First, I really, to be honest, I would love for you to open it and just like blindfolded. You would be hard. It would be. I have a hell of a time thinking that you'd be figured like say, hey, I'm smelling beer.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, that ain't gonna happen tonight. Cause as soon as I talk about this beer that I'm drinking,
Or in general, anyone in Herndon, Virginia, or Virginia in general, or in
yeah,
Boston.
your boy ain't opening it tonight. So
We'll see
nonetheless,
about that.
he's like, hey, you never know what happens in the after party, in the Friday night hangout after party. Anybody's watching, if you want to
Pressure
join,
bust pipes.
anybody watching right now, if you want to join the hangout right now, shoot us a message on the event on Google Plus, or if you want to join the after party and you don't want to be on camera live, that's fine too.
And if
Send
you're
us
like Cybernaut that doesn't know which day of the week
yeah,
it is
Cy-
Friday.
Cypher spent the whole day thinking it was Thursday, so
Come
he's
on down.
he's that's a happy surprise to have, I'll say. But so yeah, if you want to join right now, let us know. If you want to just join the after party, let us know. We got plenty of room. So and it gets a little crazy at the after party sometimes, but nonetheless, I want to talk about my
Yeah.
beer.
What are you drinking?
So the homie Michelle C went down to Richmond today.
Let's make some noise for Michelle grabbing you good beer, goddamn.
Make some noise for Michelle C. Went down to Richmond today, and she shot me a text message. She's like, "I'm getting you a crowler of this." I was like, "Okay, what is it?" So this is she was at the Answer, and they're having a Florida craft beer takeover.
Hold on. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm
Okay.
taking back that noise from Michelle for not hitting
Why?
me up and asking me if I wanted a growler.
Because you don't live 10 minutes away from her, Freddie.
Oh, Freddie.
Hold on, let me cover the
Give
mic.
Michelle a good trip.
UPS. FedEx.
So Michelle's she's like, yo, you got to get some of this. This is from Cycle Brewing down in Florida, and this is their barrel aged Mostra coffee stout. I did a little internet sleuthing, and per Untapped, there's two barrel-aged versions of this beer, at least that I could find. One of them had Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee, and the other one had Indonesian Sumatra coffee. I think based on the dates of the check-ins, I think this is the one with the Indonesian Sumatra coffee, and so this beer, I'm about to re-up my. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but you see that? You see how that looks like 5W30
Motor oil.
after driving from Alaska to Miami?
It looks like my old Jeep. I had an old Army Jeep when I was younger, and that was about.
Yep.
It looks about like the oil when I, pull that bolt out. That's pretty close.
Let's make some noise for Gil driving 13,000 miles without doing his voice.
Let's make some noise for Trillium with the dialed-in glass that I show no. I don't discriminate. It's an IPA glass, but I don't care.
Hey.
Making a barrel-aged stout out of it because that's how I roll. This bad boy clocks in at 12%. I don't know what kind of barrels that it was in, but when I first poured it, just into an empty glass, it had like this beautiful, about a finger of like khaki-colored head. As you can see now, this head has dissipated rather quickly. That can be expected with a beer of this ABV. The beer itself, absolutely no light is getting through, typical of a stout. There is, whoa, I almost spilled some. So, okay, I'm gonna stop swirling this. As you can see, it's holding on to the side of the glass. It's almost as if the bottom of the glass is hell, and the beer that I swirl up is like, I don't want to go to hell. So they're holding on to the side of the glass. This beer has some serious legs on it. Once again, indicative of the body, and also I would say probably even the alcohol percentage, right?
Sure.
But more so the body. Ridiculous body in this beer. The nose.
So they are from Florida, you say?
Yeah, Psycho Brewing. They're the ones that came out with that series, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
The stouts.
Okay. See, I was thinking the wrong beer when we were talking before.
They're from
It's
St. Petersburg.
Yeah. Abnormal Beer Company. I was thinking, I was confusing with when you said that. Yeah, I haven't not heard that beer before.
So the Psycho Brewing Monday through Friday series. Freddie, what's the aftermarket value on the set? About 250, 300?
Probably, or maybe a little bit more right now, I think.
Yeah.
I'd have to dig it up, but Cycle, I mean, they're good. They're real good, man.
I haven't had any IPA. This is actually my first Psycho beer. I've seen a lot of people drink a lot of their IPA, so drink their stouts. I'm gonna assume that at this point in the game, their stout game is real strong, and their IPA game is lacking behind their stout game. But nonetheless, the aroma. It's you ever have a stout? I mean, it's not a milk stout, but it smells sweet, right? It just smells, and I think that's a huge a large part of that has to do with the bourbon barrels putting out all this like vanilla and dark fruit notes into the beer. I wish I knew what kind of barrels they use. But you definitely get like sweet roasted malt characters. You get those vanilla / dark fruit notes from the barrels. You get a little tiny bit of oakiness, not like prevalent oakiness, but more so than anything, you get like the notes from the bourbon barrel itself, and not the wood in the bourbon barrels. If that makes sense, it's almost like you get the synergy of the bourbon barrel, but not the individual components of the bourbon barrel, right? That's what I get.
So you don't get vanilla, is that what you're saying? Like
no, you get vanilla, but you don't get so much oak.
Okay.
Right? You get the results of oak playing around with bourbon and drying out a little bit maybe, and then being rehydrated and getting like these. It's almost like a dark fruited candy note, if that makes sense. It's an interesting smell, but and you still get bourbon. Like there's no doubt about it when you smell this beer. There's no doubt that you're getting a bourbon barrel aged beer for sure. Facts. So let me taste it real quick. Why am I treating this like I'm doing a review? I guess technically I am kind of doing a review, right?
You got it.
So definitely, Freddie, you've had some stouts from Licking Hole Creek before.
That's correct.
And Licking Hole Creek, they hop their stouts really good. Like all of their stouts have this running theme of bitterness, right? I mean, well, at least for me, I get the bitterness on their stouts. I get bitterness from this stout as well, but I also get like big beer sweetness, big stout sweetness. Um, it's a little unbalanced in that sense. The sweetness doesn't completely balance out the
You getting the bitterness from like a hot bitterness, or you getting bitterness like a coffee bitterness?
I'm getting like a hop bitterness because with me, coffee bitterness kind of comes and it goes, but hop bitterness lingers. Right? If you have a super hopped up IPA, that hop bitterness for me lingers for a while. But to your point, there is a little bit of coffee bitterness in there, but it's I think the prevalent one is the hoppy bitterness because these imperial stouts they put a lot of hops in them because they got to balance out the amount of malt that's used in the beer, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
contrary to what a lot of people think, these stouts have high IBUs. I mean, right? So
Yeah, coffee is a little more sharp, almost like pungent, and bitter from hop is it's more like a dry. We have a word in Portuguese that I need to find that.
just go ahead and say it, man. Say it in Portuguese.
Amargo. Amargor.
Amargo. I was looking. That's exactly what I was going to say.
That's the word.
I figured that's what you were gonna say. I didn't want to say.
But just the
When you
the
first mentioned
viscosity.
it, I was like, you know what? He's looking for that word.
Freddie, what's the word? What's the word, Freddie?
I believe you meant to say margo.
Amargo.
Amargo, Freddie. Come on.
That's what I said.
Freddie, your Brazilian Portuguese game is whack.
True. Gil, I'm moving in. Goddamn it.
Make some goddamn noise for Freddie moving in with Gil. Anyway, so the viscosity when I pour this beer translates directly into when you drink it. My lips are sticky right now. I feel like I've been eating like some hardcore curried oxtails from a Jamaican restaurant, or like some pig feet with a lot of collagen, and my lips are just kind of sticking. Don't judge me for eating pig feet. I'm from South Carolina, baby. We get down like that. Anyway, imagine eating something with a lot of collagen, and your lips are sticky afterwards. I get that with this
Kylie
beer.
Jenner challenge.
Huh?
Isn't that the Kylie Jenner challenge?
Your lips are moving.
Absolutely the kind of challenge. But yeah, overall, I mean, this is a really good beer. I'm not going to rate it because this isn't a review, but this is a really good beer. It's definitely warm. If this beer were in a bottle and not a crowler, I would have saved it until January 17th. I just picked a random date in the middle of January because that's probably when it's coldest here in Northern Virginia. But the point is, this is a great wintertime beer. I've had a rough week, so I chose to drink a big stout tonight.
What was the ABV again on it?
Per Untappd, I think it clocks in at 12%.
True.
But it drinks. I mean, a 12% beer with this level of viscosity and these complex flavors makes you feel like you're drinking a beer that's more than 12%, right? Because I mean, it has heat, it has stickiness, it has viscosity, it has this ridiculous aroma, and I mean, it just makes it feel like it's heartier than it might actually be. It's a really good beer.
I would 100% agree with you on the IPA comment you made with them because they, for as far as the market goes and their market sway, it would be for their stouts. Like,
Yeah,
is always there for Dose Brunch, Scoop, or Rare Scoop was ridiculous, and the weekday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, all that whole thing. That was really a wild one. The one you're drinking, obviously.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Those guys, I mean, it seems like they know what they're doing with the malt bombs.
Hey, can we just make some noise one time for Freddie's hair? My goodness, this guy. Let me blue box him one time. Look at that. Look at the locks on that guy. God damn it, make some noise for Freddie's hair. I just, shout out
I
to
might not always drink the best beer, but goddamn it, I always got the best hair.
Well, you got hair.
I
You got
know.
your hair period.
That's
The
'cause-
best hair between the three of us here. That's
Hey,
that's
man.
not say much.
Hey, I'll go up against the best.
Me
Come
and Gil
join us.
provide no competition at all. So
Come join
All
us.
the hair I show is like just back here.
We're gonna have a hair off.
So yeah. So yeah, this is a great beer. If you can get it, get it. If you can trade for it, it might be worth it. Specifically, since this beer, I'm assuming since they sent it, people are checking it in from Psycho Brewing as of yesterday's date, and the beer's on tap here in Richmond. So I'm assuming they might have just brewed this recently. So that said, if they bottle this beer, if you can get a bottle and sit on it, if you can sit on a bottle for a year, this might be a dumb, stupid, crazy, ignorant, ridiculous bastard of a beer. If you can sit on it for a year and let it really come together, let the alcohol edges round out just a little bit, let the flavors of the stout and the characteristics of the barrel kind of get a little more intertwined and nuanced. This would be an amazing beer if you could sit on it for a year. So if you can get it, get it. If you can't get it, just
Read about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
read about it and wish you could get it.
I wish I had enough money that I could do journeys. I mean, a lot of the beers I age. I mean, I drink it when I get it,
Yeah,
and then I drink about a year later. I wish I had enough money that I could buy like a dozen of everything that I love, and then take a
Yeah.
journey with it. That would be ideal. That would be divorce papers as well.
Randy, can you blue box me real quick? And look
Yeah,
at this
yeah,
turkey-
I got you.
This turkey gravy I have in my glass here.
That is like just straight turkey gravy, no doubt.
I want all the drippings in my glass.
You need to get one of those turkey. What was that?
Baster.
Yeah, the and just
Out the
suck
crowd
it
into
in.
my glass.
So Buyer Brown brought up a good point. He was like looking at the comments. He said if you've had Dark Lord, how would it compare? So the thing on that Buyer, let me blue box Freddy. So there we go.
Aw.
So Buyer's question was, how do you compare this Psycho Brewing beer with Dark Lord? I think that it depends on what year Dark Lord.
Yep.
I've had two Dark Lords. One of them was soy sauce, and the other one was diabetes.
Sure.
And so hold on, let me see real quick.
I'll tell you what. I like Dark Lord, but I don't. People are gonna hate me for that, but I don't see what the hype on Dark Lord. I think
See-
I had it the first time 3 years ago, and I loved it. And then we had it again recently when we were at Aslam, and it was just like, okay,
Okay, Gil.
It's one of those things again. It was awesome at its time, but the Dark Lord variants are what drives Dark Lord now.
Yeah, it has that KBS syndrome. It's the first of its kind, and then you got now, at the time it was fire. Now you got so many other options that are just as good from so many other breweries, right?
Dude, let me tell you, all variants of Dark Lord, like was it I think it was like Vanilla Militia or something, or French Vanilla, the French Vanilla Militia,
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous aftermarket price. Marshmallow Hanji or Hanji, a Dark Lord was like $500-600 a bottle.
Wow.
So
I
you're
can.
talking about-
Who has two thumbs and will never have that beer? This guy. So real quick, Gil, I want to come back to your point. Buyer, this beer is, I would say it's in the middle of soy sauce and diabetes. It's like edamame with sugar sprinkled on top of it, right? I said that because edamame is soybeans and soy sauce. But
I got you.
anyway,
Come on.
anyway,
Bring it in, baby. Bring it in.
it's in the middle, but the dial ticks more towards soy sauce. So yeah, that's all I got. It's
I'm
in the
feeling
middle,
the way-
but leans towards soy sauce.
The way you're talking, that is like a sharing bottle. It's like
It is.
you got a buddy. Yeah.
it could be overwhelming. Like I'm about to drink a whole crowler, not crowler, but a 32 ounces of this. It's gonna be a bit much, but it is what it is. I'm a big boy.
Man up.
Shout out CrossFit Infinity. Um, just don't mind me. I've been drinking.
I had a cup
So-
of coffee this morning that tasted like tomato jam. So,
What?
some stuff just tastes
What the actual fuck is tomato jam?
For real.
Like-
That's my question.
pureed tomato,
Excellent.
It's like
The
a
jam is
like
actually pretty
ketchup.
good.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gil
well,
knows what's up.
I'm sure you. I hope you poured that cup of coffee out. If it,
It was great, actually.
Threw it back at
It
the
was
person.
pretty tasty. Kenyan. It's pretty good, actually.
make some noise.
Shouts
some
out
noise.
to Emmy Swings.
Make some noise for been enjoying tomato jam coffee.
Oh yeah.
Pretty tasty.
So Gil, to your point, yeah, Dark Lord. I've only been fortunate enough. The 2 times that I had Dark Lord, it was regular Dark Lord. I've never been fortunate enough to have the variants, and to be honest with you, I mean, it's a whole heap of hype, especially on the base. I mean, maybe the variants are incredible, but the base Dark Lords are.
I think Black Tuesday is for me. And when we talk about here, it's good for people watching to know this about taste. But for me, Black Tuesday is much better than Dark Lord. For
But
me.
then you gotta think. You're thinking about. We're saying like, but you're talking about like a barrel aged. Like base Dark Lord isn't barrel aged. It's just a regular base
Right.
Imperial Stout. But,
Right.
Yeah, I know what to say. I'm talking about like sought out beers, like people that goes crazy after.
Okay, so by
Black Tuesday, was it Green
Shit.
Monday, Mocha Wednesday? Those are pretty sought after beers. Even if you can get them easier, those are everyone knows that. That's
I just got them just all willy nilly back here, like
incredible.
So Bayer asked this beer more like Blade or like Killer Croc. I've never seen Killer Croc. I don't know if I'm gonna be crucified for that, but I'm gonna have to say Blade because I've never seen Killer Croc. Yeah, and then James says that the Earl of Biggleswade variant of Dark Lord was fantastic, and also got it goes for $650 a bottle, from what he could see online.
It better be the Nectars of God for that price.
Hashtag Team Nope. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, those the variants of Dark Lord are very sought after, sell for lots of money. But that's what we're living right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
the more limited it is.
Yeah, I mean Hunapu, like they already announced the dates for it's March 2017.
Yep.
It's like
wow.
I have more. That's too early to think about those things for me.
Can I throw something out there?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So I have this beer, Wolliver's Altagracia Coffee Porter.
Yep.
By no means is this like a sought-after beer, right? They don't make this anymore. This brand doesn't make beer anymore.
The brewery closed?
Right. Wolliver's was taken over by Otter Creek, and they tried to do organic,
I was gonna say
unpasteurized beer.
was organic, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
all
thought I
organic,
saw some
unpasteurized, unfiltered.
Yeah,
If you see them, grab them because they're done
Not
now.
that particular beer. I've
unfortunately.
seen all of our beers.
Ben Freddie's up in Boston, so he's closer to. He probably he's more familiar with.
Oh,
Boulevard
sure,
and
yeah.
Also,
Yeah, I'm in Massachusetts.
yeah.
So you probably know the wildflower wheat. They had some great beers, and it's unfortunate to see them go. But this coffee porter, this was made in February, and it still hits fresh. I don't know if it's because it's unfiltered or unpasteurized, but I got a little bit of this. If you want me to send it to you, Freddie, I'm just saying. Sometimes the more hype, if a beer doesn't get hype, that doesn't mean like
100%.
there's some rare shit out there that stuff.
So
Man,
here's the thing, though. Like, I was actually talking to this at lunch today with a friend of mine. And we've beaten this horse down multiple times, but it's still such a small community with a craft beer in general, right?
Mhm.
Compared to the masses, it's very easy, for instance, to like. well, I'll talk about this more in depth in the after party, but I'll just say this generally speaking. It's easier for a smaller group in a location to hype up a beer that comes out real quick, and everyone rants and raves, and they drive up this price. If you want to have it in trades, if you want to buy it, if you're willing to say, hey, I'll send you cash. Like, hey, Ben, I'll send you cash. I'll buy yours and you buy mine, and just what I mean?
Okay.
But it becomes ridiculous, and like you said, that sucks because the beer's maybe A, undeserving of it, and B, there's tons of beers probably equally as good or not better than that you can just drive down 10 minutes and grab.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, they are the lord of their own pockets, I guess. Everybody spend the money where they want, and I think for breweries, I think they love that hype. I bet helps brewery a lot having that kind of driving.
For sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
For sure. Some beers are well deserving of it. Some beers or breweries aren't. And that's what
So here's the thing, man. Like this whole beer secondary market thing, like, it's okay. First of all, I think that's bullshit, man. I mean, like with DDG, Lost Abbey did arguably a terrible job with the way they handled DDG ticket sales and the whole release. And people were mad salty, like going in on Lost Abbey, like Lost Abbey, like they're gonna stop supporting Lost Abbey because of what the DDG fiasco, as if Lost Abbey don't make great beer, right? So people were going in on Lost Abbey, and I was sitting there thinking about it, and I'm like, yo, the people who are the saltiest about this whole DDG thing, the goose, are people who are probably gonna get this beer and resell it as soon as they get it. So these are the people who suck, in my opinion, as it relates to craft beer, because now it's craft beer, period, specifically craft beer. Yeah, we do this because we're passionate about the product. We're passionate about the way it tastes. I mean, I don't drink to get drunk, to be honest with you. I drink because I love the way beer tastes. And once you get to a point where you kind of like taking advantage of people who enjoy it for that reason, I think that you're scum a little bit, or a lot of bit. You're like scummish. You have scum-like tendencies, right? When you do that, because craft beer is such a social thing. It's meant to be enjoyed with friends. Like Freddie and Gil, you know what I'm saying? You guys have been here. You know what I'm saying? Had we not gone out to answer the night before, you know what I'm saying, we were going to go to Savor, I would have no problem popping bottles with y'all, regardless if it was my best bottles or whatever. I have no problem popping bottles because it's meant to be, I think, a social experience. It's about the beer, but it's also about the camaraderie of your friends and other people who love craft beer, for you to share this with them. And for people who to charge, you know what I'm saying, $650 for whatever variant, or to charge $400 for a Monday through Friday set of stouts from Cycle. I mean, the market's there. People are going to pay for it. Value is only what somebody is willing to pay. But I think it's bullshit. There's no reason why that beer should cost that much money. And people who spend the money to get it, they're the ones who are perpetuating the bullshit. Because as long as somebody's out there willing to buy it, somebody's going to sell it. If we take into account Treehouse, great IPAs, fantastic stouts, right? Nobody should have to find a unicorn and trade the Skittle shit that unicorns shit out to get Treehouse beer. That's ridiculous. It's not worth unicorn Skittle shit. Okay, it's beer. It's great beer. Yeah, you waited in line for it, and you paid $2.50 a can, or let's say at max, you paid $4.
$3.75 to like $4.75.
Let's even say you paid $5 a can. You mean to tell me for the $5 a can you pay for this Treehouse beer, whether it's King Julius or Julius or whatever, you mean to tell me you're gonna try to command like a Mocha Wednesday for two Treehouse cans? Come on, man, fuck out of here with that. But,
hey, Randy.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, sorry, my camera's not working. But I would say I agree with pretty much everything you said, with the exception of one little thing when you're talking about people who are pretty much complaining about how releases are done. Um, I've made a couple posts because I was pissed off about a certain local brewery, which I won't mention. Um, I think they consistently mess up their bottle releases, and that's the thing that irritates me. I agree that some of the people who bitch and complain are usually the ones that get beers, but there were thousands of people who were online waiting in the past when they were doing in person. People were cutting in line and getting pretty much mules. They were getting cases of a certain beer that everybody wants, and that part really irritates me.
No, I feel you on that. I agree. I agree to 100% on that.
Okay, that's the
And
only
be
thing.
fair. Be fair.
Yeah, there's the people who complain over nothing, and then if it's a consistent thing that you think that the brewery is not doing well, which it's arguable if it's beyond their power because they're using a certain website, but then when they insist that no, it's you guys, it's not us, and then you have thousands of people who say otherwise.
Yep.
That's kind of something to get angry about, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think the whole be fair thing goes beyond asking having ridiculous asks for a beer, right? It also goes to be fair to people in line when you're in line. Respect the rules of the release, right? I mean, don't come on, man. Like if you're there for a release and you bring like 3 non-craft beer drinkers with you so that you can get that much more of an allotment,
Yeah.
you a hoe.
Even worse is when you're on the way to the car and telling people, "I'll sell it to you for $100 a bottle," and
Right.
the whole line just wants to beat the crap out of those people.
Yeah, we've lost like 2 viewers since I started my rant, so I'm gonna stop.
I would say what? I would probably mule with friends if I'm getting a beer for, like, you guys, for example. I would not be ashamed to mule. Not for resale, but if I have some friends that really I want them to have a bottle of that beer, and I'm in line, I maybe would bring a friend and then, but not for resale, but because to get for friends. So it's a very delicate point. I think there's cases and cases. I mean, I never did that, but I don't know if I would have a problem doing it.
I'll tell you this.
Freddie
I've
couldn't
seen-
have a beer, and I want to make sure Freddie gets a bottle of that, and I want to get a bottle.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
zero issues with that. As long as you're not like just selling it for the black market and.
Well, that's the problem that happens is that in these social media platforms, before the beer is actually released, let's say, for instance, we were talking about DDG, it's people who've got the confirmation. It's already pre-selling. It's already on pre-sale on the secondary markets. People are asking 200, 250, let's say, for bottle and glass, because they know they're getting there. They guaranteed their bottle, and it's already. So that goes to tell you already off the bat, whatever the limit may be, some of these bottles are being sold.
Wasn't there a case of a brewery doing that, like selling like I was trying to remember. I read sometimes a brewery that.
But I think listen, it comes down to at the end of the day, regardless, it's the breweries. Obviously, the breweries are going to be like, hey, fuck, if 1,000 people want to wait outside when the doors open at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, by all means, come wait. We're going to sell out. As well as the people, the issue, I guess, put it this way, the issue, I guess, is going to be, again, it's how people do it, what people go about doing, and the tactics used. It's like InBev, you know what I mean? Like what people are doing is like InBev, and then it's like Randy mentioned, it's whoever sets the bar. That's the thing, like, right?
Yeah.
So if I say Randy,
Yeah.
I want to sell Randy a fucking 12-ounce MGD, Miller Genuine Draft. If Randy says, "Hey, Freddie, I really want that," I'm like, "Randy, this is shit beer. Hey, I don't care. I'll give you $20 for it." Hell, he gave me $20 for it. I have 2 more in the fridge. I'm gonna sell the next 2 for $20 or more.
I'll say this: I've muled before, but it was because, like, for example, I got a buddy that lives in Cali, right? Lickenhold Creek had a release. I wanted my full allotment. He obviously can't fly to Virginia for a beer release. So he bought a ticket. He sent me the bread. I took my buddy with me to pick up his allotment for him that he rightfully paid for.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up my allotment and I shipped his beer to him. Like, I think that's fine. But if you are yourself going to a release and you taking 1, 2, 3 non-craft beer drinkers with you just so you can get more beer so that you can sell it on the secondary market, you a hoe.
There's still good people in craft beer, man. Though like you just gotta like tighten the belt, sit down, and just hold off and forget about all the nonsense, and you eventually run into some guys that say, I like beer because it's beer, and you guys will share beer.
I think it's a minority. I think it's a very small percentage. Black market and side markets are normally a very small percentage. It's a small group that are able to pay that kind of money, are willing to pay that money, and there's only so many beers that can do that. It's just that they are more prominent,
But Gil, I'm not saying so. So when we talk about the secondary market, yeah, there are some people who are going to pay that cash for it, but there are some people who are going to do dollar for dollar trades. And they're gonna demand a way higher value than what the beer is worth on from a trade perspective, right? So I mean, it drives up the physical dollar price, but it also drives up the trade value.
You're gonna charge somebody what the bottle's worth right now, not what you bought it for.
What's up, Ben?
Well, I wanna summarize this. I wanna throw it in the boil kettle with a question. You're walking away from a release, right? Let's say it's Dark Lord Day, and you got more than you need. You've got cases of it, and you see some people walking away disappointed. Obviously, they don't get the beer. They're in a beat up truck. They're obviously from around the area. Do you show them love? I think that's what it comes down to. Is like, do you recognize when you need to, give it up?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a personal decision. I mean, if I have more than I need, and I know that, like, what I'm saying, if my guys aren't looking for this beer, or if I haven't previously set up a trade.
Well, that's what separates you from being a hoe or not. To me, like, if your people are taken care of. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you. If you're willing to give it to some people who sat in line, didn't get it, you've been through a couple times because you got there early. Just because you got there early doesn't allocate you more than your own share.
No, for sure. 100%.
And some locals are out, they don't get any. Show some love.
Right. Listen, just because you got there early doesn't make the beer worth $100 more than what you paid for it.
I'm going to a release tomorrow. I know.
A word?
You may tell me that now. I'm going to a Trillium release. That's
okay.
All right. Nice.
PayPal, right?
But I will. I'm gonna be upfront. I'll keep it 100 with you guys, Craft Beer Nation. I'm gonna sell it to Randy for about 30 times what it's worth.
as do we all, right?
If you're upfront about it, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a nice guy, and I'm like, Randy is scum, so it is what it is.
I mean, that hat cost me $2. I sold it for 35 to Randy. It's he will pay for it.
Shipping, whatever.
No, but seriously, and I expect nothing but that. Like, I know I'm gonna have to get there for the limited quantities. I know I have to get there early. I know I'm gonna see a bunch of people, and I'm gonna see people who literally just turned, 21 years old yesterday, and they have no idea what they're ordering. They're gonna be going over the order as if it was like a speech in school. Like, I want XYZ. And like they're going over the lines, and that's just the name of the game right now, man. It sucks that I have to show up 2 hours ahead.
I'll tell you what. My first parabola, I got it from a guy. We were at the brewery down in Lancaster, and he was telling, we were sitting on the counter, and he was telling he never had a heady topper. He was trying to get a heady topper, and like 3 years ago, 3 years ago, heady topper was like crazy, right? I had some heady topper because I think I got from Matt. I can't remember who sent me those. I went to the car, brought it in, and said, "Hey, Mike, have one."
Yeah, it's beer.
No trade in him. This guy walked out and bring me a parabola. Now, is that
Wow.
always gonna is that always gonna happen? No.
No.
But it's just but it does because that it made me feel good about it, and I got some awesome beer. But it's about sharing, man. I that's why I don't do trades.
Beer karma.
Yeah, that's why I don't do trades. I tell people, you want to send me something you find it's good. I'll send you something it's good, and then I've been lucky so far. I don't know. Friday's my buddy.
So that said, I don't think we've
Good
ever
hangout
gone.
tonight. Good hangout.
We're only 7 minutes past 11 o'clock. I don't think we've ever gone this far past 11
We
o'clock.
go to midnight. It seems like the way we were going.
Well, if we are shutting down, there were a couple of things I didn't get to because of my technical shit.
Actually,
You know
Ben,
what?
it might be good for you to recap what you've already said and then add on with whatever you wanted to.
Oh, absolutely. Okay.
We were 7 minutes. We were 10 minutes late, so we'll do like 11:15.
Oh, I got a minute and a half? Great. Okay.
Take your
No
time.
problem. Okay. Well, Randy, thank you for giving me the time. So I'm going to recap. So with Long Trail, we've got Citrus Limbo coming out, totally new hopping technique. We've got the Barn Ale, Harvest Barn Ale. That's our new fall seasonal. And I think that's going to be it for Long Trail. Obviously, we've got a few beers that you got to try. The Blackberry Wheat's great. And I'm not going to do the whole thing, sell all my beer. But, you can check us out at longtrail.com, find it near you.
There you go.
I like the laugh.
All right. So, Otter Creek. Big news, especially in our area, Randy. First of all, we're going to be at Snallygaster. We're not on the list yet, but we have our 25th anniversary double IPL, which, game changing. Who does a double IPL? We do. I know that
Gil, Freddie, and I will be at Snallygaster.
I can't wait to see you guys. My sales rep, I work
Is that the
underneath.
25th anniversary? The one you just talked about it? Is that the one you're gonna have there?
Yeah, we will have it there. And we're gonna have our Overgrown Rye IPA, which is the fall seasonal. We do it every year. It's fantastic, great rye flavor on top of an awesome IPA. Some big hops there. But yeah, we will have the 25th anniversary double IPL. But Randy, if you want to get your hands on it earlier, the Lost Dog in Alexandria is having a tap takeover, and we will have the double IPL on draft, and that will be September 1st. So I will be there. I actually work there as a server, so I'm working in the morning, and then in the afternoon I'm going to be selling my beer and playing ping pong next door. So
duly noted.
Yeah, I'd be happy to go doubles with you with my sales rep, and we'll find somebody else. Maybe Freddie will come down. Anyway, so we have that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Gil's a lot closer than Freddie.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize where you were at, Gil.
I'll be in Alexandria, but it's gonna be on the 5th, I think, only.
On the 5th? Okay. Alrighty. Well, maybe we can get you a growler or something. I don't know.
I'll have it at Snallygaster. That's fine.
Okay, great. Yeah, I can't wait to see you guys at Snallygaster. My sales rep is getting me in, and I'll be there. I don't really have a job, so I'll be hanging out with you guys, hopefully.
Chug.
No, yeah, there will be some drinking going on, believe me. I haven't had CBS yet, so I'm excited to have that and the stuff from Aslan. Double Dose. Otter Creek has a collaboration with Lawson's, yes. End of September. It will reach DC. Freddie, you're going to get your hands on it way sooner. I'm not sure. Just keep bothering your local beer store, and they'll order it.
I have I've had and I have Double or Nothing, the maple
Double
barley
Dose?
wine? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the barley wine for Lawson's. Was it Double or Nothing? I think it was.
Oh yes, yeah. Their barley wine is Double or Nothing. Our collaboration is called Double Dose,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think it's a barley wine-ish IPA. Um,
That's good.
to be honest with you guys, like I can sell my beer, but like actual practical knowledge, I thought I had it down until I came into the ring with the craft beer experts here.
Well, I actually had it on a
You guys have
Friday
been
night.
great hosts, but yeah,
Appreciate
go
it.
ahead.
I had it on a Friday night hangout here. I don't know if you remember, Randy. I have their the double or nothing,
Yeah, the barley wine.
the
That's
barley
good.
wine. I think
That's good.
yeah. I think I thought I sent one to Randy because I got like 3 bottles. Yeah, and that was a
Wait, oh, that was a collaboration.
yeah.
Yeah, I still have it. I haven't opened it
I
yet.
think
I'm
it's
waiting
like,
for the.
I think it's like a white label. I think. Or something.
Yeah,
waiting
it's
for the
black,
winter.
It's black and white. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the winter time.
How dare you?
The nerve of me for having the changing palette that changes with the
Seasons.
seasons, right?
Oh, I totally get it. I'm
Stupid.
sitting on Black Butte Porter anniversry until it changes over.
It would be nice to have seasons.
Yeah.
It says the guy from
My man.
what are you? Southern LA, Northern San Diego, North Orange County.
He's
Orange
like,
County.
James is like, wait, you guys don't have summer every day? Oh.
Exactly.
When do you drink stouts?
James,
Whenever you
Was
feel
that-
like it.
Yeah.
What was
He said,
that?
when do you drink stouts?
To be honest, I drink stouts all the time. Like it's not a seasonal thing.
Me too. God damn
Dude,
it.
you give me a good
For you.
stout.
I mow my yard with a stout in the summer, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
Shout out to Ben's Glass. Shout out to Ocelot Brewery down in I guess they're technically in. I guess they're Reston.
Herndon, I don't know. Near Aslan. That's what I give directions. Near Aslan.
Yeah, near Dulles. Near.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
shout out to Ocelot.
let's make some
Shouts out
noise
to
for
Ocelot.
me. Let's make some noise for Freddie knowing more people in Virginia than he does in Massachusetts.
Then he does in his neighborhood.
Literally, yeah, I do.
All right. So look, anybody, if you we're about to kill this. If you're watching, if you came in via Ben's link, shoot him a tweet. He'll let us know. Send him a DM with your email address. We can shoot you a link.
Slide up in it.
Yes, slide up in this DM with your email address, and we can get a link to you. Yeah, because the party don't stop. We're gonna keep it going.
All
So
right.
next week, ladies and gentlemen, it'll be Friday again.
Woo,
We'll be drinking beer again. We'll be talking shits again. I might call some more people hoes. I don't know. It might happen. And matter of fact,
Friday
one
for
time,
everybody but Cybernaut.
Freddie, I think you might have missed this, but one time, make some noise for Ben calling somebody a hoe
I
tonight.
was there, man.
Who did I?
Okay.
Give him a
Who
shout out.
did I call a hoe?
I don't know,
Oh,
you-
okay. Yeah. All right.
He
So-
said, "Ho ho ho."
Oh, you know what? You know what I found at the gas station the other day?
What?
Sly Fox 2014 Christmas Ale. I'm
Are you
scared.
serious?
I'm really scared. I'm gonna. I had to get. It was 99 cents a can. I had to do it.
Hey, the trade market is like $250 for that. So
Oh,
you're gonna-
I didn't even know. What?
don't believe.
Secret
Don't believe.
stash.
I hope you have a toilet near you.
Hey. Hey, after my homebrew, I'm set. Like my liver is.
Live the
Anyway.
game. Live the game strong.
Winter ales, okay. It should be okay.
So anyway, if you want to get into the after party, let us know. We can make that happen. If not, just join us. Be sure to join us next Friday, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, when we have another Friday night hangout, which will probably go a lot like this, or maybe not like this at all. We don't know. We're like Seinfeld. We're more like the what's Larry David's show on HBO?
We are the
Curb your enthusiasm.
Curb Your
Curb Your
Enthusiasm.
We're the
we have-
real drink champs.
This is yeah. We're the real drink champs. Check out that podcast if you.
Well, it's a bunch of people drinking and no clue. Is that Cheers?
Well, hey, look, no, it's like it's like Curb Your Enthusiasm. We have no script. We just know where, kind of, sort of where. No, we don't even know where we want to go.
Well,
we
in
just-
Cheers, everybody knows your name, and your name is at the bottom of the thing. So.
Boom.
Sure. Done.
You know what? God, if my mic wasn't, I was about to drop the mic.
Mic
Eh.
drop.
Anyway,
Randy,
be sure to join us
broke his
next
mic.
Friday. Next Friday when we talk. In the words of my friend Jeremy, we coined this phrase last weekend. We're celebrating everything and nothing at all. It's a paradox. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen,
Paradox.
peace.
What am I holding?
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.